What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-High Radio Shout and stepping in the building. I got one of my podcast partners off in this thing, Ken Ivy, a.k.a. Pimpin' Ken. What's good with it, Ken?
Hey, man, you know, ain't nothing up but airplanes and white girls. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, man, yeah, now, man. Hey, man, sock it to my pocket like a rocket, man.
Ew.
Hey, you know what? Every time I call it, they say, Ken, you gonna be how you be so proper, right?
Yeah.
And they said, man, we want that OG Ken. So, you know, now they want me to pop my little shit. So, you know, I'm gonna pop a little shit for the Beehive fans out there. I know it's a lot of y'all Beehives out there.
Now, Ken, I mean, you done brought the fam in the building, though, man. I mean, who you got with you, sir?
Well, man, you know, it's the 50-year anniversary of hip hop. So,
correct.
You know, I reached out to my man 17. You know, that's my little brother. You know, he was there. We was all there. You know, we part of the UGK Pimp C demonstration. So, you know, I said, brother, you know, we got to do something, you know, to commemorate Pimp C. You know, the country rap tunes. So we doing, you know, a documentary, you know, talking about the country rap tunes. Then we got K-Lo. He's going to revisit the music. He's a super producer from Jackson, Mississippi. They both from Mississippi. Yeah. So I thought it'd only be fitting. You know, they both down with hip hop fraternity to bring these brothers together, and that's what we do at the hip hop fraternity. We're a unifying body. So I wanted to unify these brothers, two brothers from Mississippi. I hope we can get David Bannon and all the rest of the brothers out of Mississippi, Murder Man. My man, Baby Ma, get all the Mississippi brothers come together, man, and let's do something for Mississippi. Because you know my mama and daddy was born in Mississippi.
My God.
So I have 80 acres in Mississippi. In Mississippi, if you got 60 acres, that's a city. So we have an Ivy City.
Oh, that's cold.
Yeah. My man Carlos, he grew up, you know,
Carlos Miller, yeah.
He grew up with all my family down there. You know, I used to see them go down there. We used to chase pigs and throw rocks at the pigs and chase the chickens and shit, and get on the horses. You know, so I'm a Mississippi nigga too. You know what I'm saying? I went there every motherfucking. I ain't talking about. I'm talking about we Mississippi. We ain't Jackson. Yeah. We Oxford. So we. My grandma. We live way in the country.
Yeah.
So my daddy and my mom was from Tupelo, Mississippi. So they was way in the country. So you know what I'm saying? I identify with Mississippi, and you know a lot of people. Gino from Gino Goon Committee. All them brothers. You know they all down with me. You know what I'm saying? My man OG down there. Shout out to OG. You know, holding it down, you know, for folks now, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, Ike Taylor, my cousin.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm not a GD, but all my family is. So, you know what I'm saying? And then I got a lot of families as vice lords too, you know, but, you know, all them people is tied to me some kind of way on the positive side. You
That's
know what
right.
I'm saying? So, Mississippi, you know, a lot of people don't know, Mississippi, it's a lot of people now in Mississippi.
There's a lot of real players
that
coming out of
Chicago.
Mississippi.
Yeah, so I love Mississippi, man. You know, a lot of players. So you know, 17. He's a cold dude. You know what I'm saying? When I met 17, he had a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And you know he was doing his thing. Everybody had a lot of money. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
I don't know the statute of limitations on stuff. Ken knows
7
stuff,
years.
so I'm good.
You been broke for 7 years?
Yeah, I've been broke.
Well, you good?
I mean, 17. I need you to just go ahead and get straight into it, though, sir. Because see, I understand you got down with Pimp C. And he came and found you, man.
No. I was going to get a feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found him.
My God.
He don't really find you.
Yeah.
But I mean, he will if he want to. But I was in Mississippi on the coast.
Yeah.
And I reached out for a feature, bro.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it done been all kind of stuff said with that, bro. I reached out for a feature, and when I called him, which we'll get into that later. But yeah. Pimp answered his phone. So if you had a line on him, well, I can't speak for everybody, but the line I had on him, as soon as I called, he answered it.
Yeah.
And then when I got to him, you know, it was 12-5. He told me 12-5. We didn't know each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He thinking it's just somebody calling. I'm going to throw a number out there. At the time I had it, I had already been up here working with Pastor Troy, Bo Hagan. Shout out to them, salute.
Yes, sir.
Whole Georgia Dirt Crew, Black Cartel, everybody. We was at Patchwork, Hot Beats, all that working.
Yeah.
And I was back and forth to Houston and just moving around with, you know. And so when he said 12-5 and I said, okay, he was like, well, who you signed to? I ain't signed nobody. You know what I'm saying? He said, so you gonna take 12-5 of your own money and, you know, whatever. I gotta see this. Yeah, I'm finna get a Pimp C verse. You know, so I came out here. I had to, this how fast it happened. I came out here, I had to do a song with, another song with Pastor Troy. Mm-hmm. And shout out to Troy though. Troy was the first one to put me on a nationwide album, on his album, Attitude Adjuster 2.
My God.
Yeah, it's called.
I didn't know that. That's big.
It's called I'm Coming.
Yeah.
And that's the song. Me and him did it. It's called 250 Cals. My version, his version. He let one of his dudes remake the beat, and it's called I'm Coming. It's on Attitude Adjuster 2.
Yes,
that
sir.
was my first. So Pimp came out here, did the song with Pastor Troy, got my manager to give me a flight. As soon as I finished that patch, we had Patchwork or Hot Beats, one of them, and go straight to Houston, airport to Houston. And Pimp said, if you do that, I'm gonna pick you up in the Bentley. I might not supposed to say that. Fuck that. He say, if you gonna do all that, I'm gonna pick you up from the airport myself in the Bentley with a redhead bitch with red hair on the cock. And I promise to God, he picked me up with cocaine. That was her name, not cocaine. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, cocaine.
Okay, he picked me up with her
Yeah.
and red hair, and he said, as soon as I got in the backseat, we hugged, we embraced. He said, this little nigga came, he for real. I got in the car, he said, show that nigga that bush. She had on the emerald green skirt, beehive. She had on the emerald green skirt. It wasn't even a skirt, bro. That was like a, and all she had to do was just do like this a little bit, and that whole big, it looked like a red head, like afro. And that nigga looked at me and
like
just
the
started
Wendy chick.
Yeah, I was like, and I said, God damn. Like, it was so much hell. Like, and he told me on the phone. And everything he said from then on, then we went, and he kept me. And then when he gave my money back and he said, you with me, I really didn't, it didn't click. I didn't, like, that's like, he was always my favorite. So it was like, what he said? You know what I'm saying? A, shout out to A. Ricks. A was in there. My cousin was in there, my manager, Chatty Boo, his son. You know what I'm saying? We all in there, and then we took off from there.
When you linked up with the Pimp though, man, those studio sessions, that creative process, what was it like when y'all would get in that studio, sir?
When B, because it's the first time I wasn't never nervous in front of nobody I had worked with. You can ask Troy, Yo Gotti, all these niggas. Like I wasn't nervous. I'm going in here knocking out songs with them, doing whatever, Juvie, Boots, whoever.
Yeah.
Man, when it was Pimp, I couldn't do it. I couldn't, like the first night that we got there, we went to Mike Mo's studio in Houston. And he laid True Story. He laid his verse. And man, when he said, drop some in the pot, hit it with the soda, I'm looking at him through the glass like, I'm not rapping tonight. I'm taking this session back to Mississippi. I do my part in Mississippi, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he wanted to hear me rap.
Yeah.
But he had to do a couple more features that night. He ended up doing Kanye shit. He ended up doing T.I. shit, the big things, popping that some of this shit never came out, but he did the Hurricane Chris shit that night.
Yeah.
So, and then I was supposed to leave and go back to Mississippi the next morning. And he made me miss my flight, and he took me to Port Arthur with him to see his P.O. And then we went to the studio in Port Arthur by Ave, and he seen that I couldn't like record with him in there. So he said, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He left. I knocked both them bitches. I did a True Story in Mac On, because Mac On come from here. We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But Pimp had laid the chorus already. And shit, he might have left for about 45 minutes. I don't even know if he went nowhere, B. He might have just went outside. For real.
Smoke break.
Yeah, I needed him to get out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I knocked him out when he came back in. Abe told him, he said, hey man, y'all got the same mic settings.
Yeah.
He was my favorite rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can go back to my albums before I met him, you could hear the
cadence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was just showing me, he was like perfecting it. And shit, hell yeah, I was listening. I don't care what they be talking about. I know exactly how to do what he told me to do. You know? So that's what it was. Like when Abe said they got the same mic settings, he said, play it back. And when Abe played it back, it was True Story. And that's when he told me like, oh, hell no. Hell no. We doing this as Pimp C Presents. You with me. So I still here and gave my money back, and then I didn't know what that meant. You know what I'm saying? And 5 minutes later I did, you know, after he finished, you know, and then we went downstairs and yeah.
Being a part of that label early on, man, what was the vibe like, man? What was the vision for the whole label and everybody that was a part of it at the time, man?
Well,
I'm going to answer you, but he know too.
I mean, you know, so when me and Pimp C used to talk, right, you know, we'd be on, you know, going from Houston to Port Arthur, you know, one of the things that, you know, he respected was my game. I said, Pimp C, look, I said, we can sign everybody in America, but, you know, you need a budget. So I said, if you want to fuck with niggas that got their money. So that's how Ivy P came in. I introduced him
Rest
to
in peace, Ivy P.
Then
Yeah.
we brought Bankroll Jones in there, you know, Bankroll. And then, you know, 17, he kind of had him already. And 17 had his own bag. So, you know what I'm saying? He had a lot of other people up under the hip-hop.
Yeah, X Mob,
yeah.
he's Leo, all us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they was all in there. But, you know, then if you remember the Ozone, Julie Belly, a lot of that, we would put our money together and we would do like what they call ads back then. You know, so that was the UGK perspective from Pimp C side. You know, and that's what we was trying to do. And then you know, I guess that's one of the answers.
He like, you know, like Big Bro say, he I guess I can't speak for. I learned that along the years. I ain't trying to speak for nothing that happened before I got there because I really don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like he had got to a point to where, you know, he didn't want nobody waiting on him to, you know, if you came to the table and you had your own motion and you had, I mean, he ain't saying you had to be rich, but come on, man, you gotta, you know, you at least got this done, you got this done, you got, you know, and I think he was at that point, and I know they had a lot of conversations, you know, just about, okay, starting off, we gonna need, you know, all our artists that he do rock with, they gonna have to be their own bosses. Mm-hmm. And that's just who he was. He made sure it was him and Pimp and a couple more names. I wait, because I don't know the rules of these interview stuff yet. Yeah. But yeah, he, you know, it was like a code that we just followed that he really had a vision for, and he was doing it. Mm-hmm. Like I never seen it come together like that and just everybody follow suit. He was really the coach, like the point guard. Even though he could spaz out or do whatever, he had all of us just ready to ride whenever he knew how to, you know, he knew how to position us.
Yeah, producer.
Yeah, exactly. Seeing him in his element, though, man. I mean, what were the times that you saw that man going crazy in that booth or on that doggone keyboard that you was like, okay, only the Pimp can do this, and this is crazy right here.
Bruh, like from the first time. When I told you, when he dropped that night, that was my first time seeing him in the studio. You know, like everybody else, I think I was the last, no. But I was close to one of, like, the last to come, because Bankroll was there when I got there, but he wasn't with UGK Records yet. I just made the link, like, bro, you gotta, because Bankroll, I land in Houston, me and Bankroll would pick me up.
Yeah.
Pimp ain't really like that, because me and Bankroll finna go hit the city, Pimp and Ken, and taught us all kind of shit. We knocking bitches.
Hey, let me tell you funny. Now, let me tell you something funny, right? Hey, everybody had a UGK piece, right?
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
I mean, I'm saying the ones that had it. But Pimp C made niggas go buy their old UGK.
Yeah, because
Ivy P had to get his own UGK.
Yeah, wait, look, hold on. My bad. Don't forget what you were finna say. So, shout out to my partner Polo. When we came, we, you know, and Pimp shit was, now he got me, you know, I'm performing with him and shit.
Yeah.
And we doing my songs off certified in with his set. Mm-hmm. So, he killing me on stage with prayer hands, the UGK Records chain. First I was just taking his chains and wearing one of his. I said, man, I can't do this, man.
Yeah.
I need a piece, man. The nigga said, well, shit. Call, no, fuck that. Don't call Emmett. We fucking with Johnny. So Johnny made my piece. Emmett made his UGK Records piece. Johnny made me and Polo's.
Yeah.
But whatever we was supposed to pay, I don't feel like saying how much we paid for our pieces, but it was high, but it wasn't as high as it would have been because he called, you know, little TV Johnny Dang, and so we bought our own. Yeah. So when we bought our own, them bitches was just like his, just as heavy, about 50 pointers in it, bitch. So he wanted bosses. He just wanted people around him that
could handle their business.
Yeah.
But Pimp, what were you about to say though?
No, I was just saying, you know, when Pimp first came home, you know, he bought he got the Bentley, so you know, we was talking and he was like, you know, so he came by my house, right? Mm-hmm. You know, he came by my house, and I had the Maserati, you know, Phantoms and shit, you know, fucking 500 Benzes, Escalades, big jewelry, and he said, Ken, that's what I like. I like a nigga that got his own shit. And so I told him, I said, we're going to fuck with the rappers. They got to have their own shit, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Pimp used to come get my compressor. He didn't drove in that shit.
Yeah.
$200,000 car. You know what I'm saying? But I was selling. See, that's the thing about niggas with me, right? Niggas think, that it ain't what's popping, right? Like, like right now, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I got $100,000 cars, but I still sell DVDs out my trunk.
Why not?
Because I try to be an example for
Exactly.
the young people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so I hustle, Pimp C hustle. A lot of people don't know. I sent Pimp C a box of tape. Pimp C,
more than the box.
He said, "What the fuck is this shit, man? Kid, where my back end at?" He wanted the back end. He's like, "Man, kid trying to play me, right?" I said, "No, man." I said, "Man, sell these motherfuckers, Pimp." And they all sold them too. They all tell them the story.
For us, we knew like. I don't know what was discussed while we wasn't there. All we knew was we got to Mama West house. Ken had sent it. The whole game room was full of boxes of the Best of Both Worlds DVD.
Thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I mean, and we having concerts like every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah.
Every Thursday, every night we're selling. Bro, we couldn't keep merch. Whatever we had, it was gone. That's why my album did so good because we was. You selling them literally. We ain't need no distributor before he passed. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like the posse, like UGK Records knew because his crew was like, I think I'm the only one really couldn't do the hand-to-hand sales because you tell me no, I want to know why.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of money on this shit. Why you don't want it? Now, the rest of my partners and Ken, now the way him and Kent taught them, like, they roll off nose like it ain't nothing.
Yeah.
You want to get a CD? No? All right, they on to the next one.
Yeah.
And so we knew, I'm looking at the boxes, it's like, what was it, 200 in each box, 200 DVDs in each box? It was
100.
Okay, well, it was about, I'm not exaggerating, probably about 20 to 25 boxes in there. So we doing the math as a crew.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
It's 2,000 a box.
Yeah,
exactly.
And Pimp like, man, I thought it's supposed to be money, man. Mama, it's supposed to be money. We over there counting. I pulled him to the side and said, Pimp, you know how much money that is right there? If you do right there, I think he's pulling me like, hey, man, this we gonna get this money. And then,
but to be Pimp was mad at me at first because he wanted some money.
Yeah.
But the dude out of Nashville, D. Shay, he was the one that actually put the money up for the film, and Maroy shot the joint, right?
Yeah.
So I was telling Pimp, I said, man, this is how I'm getting paid. You know what I'm saying? They giving me DVDs.
Yeah.
So Pimp said, send me some motherfucking DVDs too, right?
Yeah.
I just sit on a bunch of them
Ken just sent the
motherfuckers.
help. There go everything. Make your money, because for Ken, ain't nothing. He gonna get out there and
hustle.
Well, yeah.
So
Pimp really started doing that. I'm talking about from DVDs to clothes to man. We at the Onyx. Pimp selling jeans out the trunk of the Bentley because Mike Moe had got
that nigga say when they see
man.
Pimp
That nigga said we outside, right? B.
Yeah.
We done been in there. Pimp used to like to get the cigar with the Louis XIII set on fire, rolled around in it. So we done been there doing that. We come outside and we in valet and Pimp popped that trunk. He got DVDs, CDs. And at the time, Mike Moe had him and I don't know, but Mike Moe had something to do with it.
Yeah.
And Pimp too. And they got like some hoodies and some jeans and just a bunch of he had a trunk full of merch in the Bentley.
Yeah.
So he popped the trunk and everybody started coming, getting stuff. And one, you know how it got to be somebody.
One hater.
Man, you Pimp C, man. What the fuck you doing selling clothes? I guess he didn't see the CDs and the DVDs. And so he seen somebody outside holding up. Pimp said, bitch ass nigga, I probably got your side. The fuck you mean? I don't just hustle one way, hoe ass nigga. Like, man, I really could have went real bad.
Yeah.
But the dude, after Pimp fired back at him, what could you say? He telling you, nigga, I'm hustling. The fuck you talking about? I sell you a pill.
Exactly.
What size you were, nigga?
Come on.
Hey,
Yeah.
but let me tell you this other side of the story. So when Pimp C see me selling DVDs in the hood out the Phantom, you know what I'm saying? That's when he was like, Ken, you getting a whole lot of money. I see where you getting these motherfucking Maseratis
Exactly.
and motherfucking, because I got a big ass house. Pimp come to my house, I just laid out.
Exactly.
But if you see me selling DVDs,
Yeah.
you would think I'm a poor ass nigga. But Pimp had a chance, that cross I had, you look on Best Bro, that was 50,000, that's 85 carats, Rolexes and shit. So I was getting a lot of money, and Pimp knew that. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to tell that so motherfucker won't think Pimp just selling DVDs out the trunk.
They
I
take
showed
shit
him,
how they want.
sometimes, even with my kids, sometimes the best lesson is the taught lesson. Sometimes when you show a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, it's better than pointing the way. A block of wood can point the way.
Yeah.
But I actually walked that way, and he seen it. And we did a show in Arkansas. Fort Smith, that's what it is. Fort Smith, that's where Young Lace is from. So we did a show in Fort Smith, and I had 3 boxes. I sold all the tapes, and I walked away with $6,000. So I'm in the back of the car calling the money. He said, "Kid, what the fuck, man? You doing shows?" I said, "Nah, man." I said,
"Where you get that back end money from, man?
Where you get that money from, man?" And that nigga he was just turned out. And he just seen so many moves that I was making. And even to this day, I sell DVD. Mother like, "Man, can you still sell?" I said, "Nigga, you still selling crack? Nigga, you still yours for 10. I sell mine for 20. Nigga, I'm getting more than the crack dealer. Nigga, what the fuck you mean? I'm still selling DVDs and books. You motherfucker right." So, finish your story.
Nah, that was it though. That's like he respected that. You know what I'm saying? Like and then our crew was hustlers anyway. We just needed something to sell that was legal.
17, what were your favorite memories of being around Pimp and Mama West, though, man? Because I know you was in there tight with them.
Yeah, just, bruh, it's like, you might think it would be something like a show or no, it really wasn't, bruh. It would be just, and around Shreveport Ave at her house, or, she didn't really come over to his house in PA too much. We just always went over hers. Yeah. So, and then just her, like, with them two together, it would just be like times like that. And then her, because, all right, this how Mama West was. If you her baby, you her baby, but that's her only baby. Pimp was her only child. But we was all her babies. You know what I'm saying? So, he know, Pimp would be, we be somewhere and Pimp ain't acting right. I got anxiety, depression, all kind of stuff. Pimp had medicine he took too. He think it'd be funny, like, 17, let's not take our medicine for the show tonight and see what happens. This type of shit, he would, like, you think I'm playing? He like, let's see what happened. No, we not gonna see what happened. I'm having a fucking anxiety attack. No, it's a horrible idea. I don't want to do it. So he's staying in the goddamn Sprinter and won't get out. Like, nah, we ain't taking it. I called Mama West. He was on parole. They testing his urine to make sure his medicine is in his system, along with what ain't supposed to be. Mama West said, "You tell that little red fucker if he don't take that medicine, I'm gonna call his PO and tell him to piss him as soon as he get back." Pimp ain't talking to me for 2 days. And that was light, because I ain't gonna say no names, but other people in the crew that would, but that's Mama West. If she asks us something, you can't rat on your brother, but you can't lie to her all the way. Yeah, like, so it was that kind of stuff. That was my favorite. It was really family, like, really family, bro. Shout out to Young Pimp. He just got free. Y'all go check him out. The boy Jam. He just dropped his single, his video.
Shout
Corey,
out to Young Pimp.
Pimp youngest son. Yeah.
I mean, just what was Pimp's work ethic like, though, man? When it came to him just working and all of that stuff, man. I mean, how hard was he working,
bro?
And what was it from your perspective that made him so damn great to why we're talking about him 15, 20 years later still?
For me, it was, okay, I mean, we all, about the same cloth. So, that sound when you hear it. And I knew I wasn't hearing that sound nowhere else. Yeah. So, this is before I even started producing. I might have been like 14 years old, 15, something like that. And I'm learning, like, hold on, man. I only hear that organ or that, this and that when it's Pimp C on the song. I really didn't understand production and all that, whatever. So by 16, I'm knowing all this now. And now I'm learning, okay, he said you got to make your own beats, whatever. So I'm fiddling around. I'm learning my way around. And just listening to him from, I'm a UGK fan to the heart. Like, and Pimp C was his voice. It was something with his voice that made him stand out to me. Bun Cole, everybody know Bun rap. We put him against anybody. Too. Yeah, I know all Bun lyrics too. It's just something about Pimp voice. Yeah. Like, it just, and that's what it was for me, though. And from all the way from, remember, the policemen are our friends. They here to protect them. When he would be, yeah, nigga, all that. I think it was more like the ad-libs and shit before Jeezy and everybody else had all that, man. Pimp had that smoke some bit. He had his own You knew, you knew when he hit a track, when he came on it.
Facts.
And he was cool. He ain't had to come on there screaming, hollering. That's what did it for me.
Yeah.
You know, and he would always tell me, nah, we too cool to be doing all that screaming.
Yeah.
Like that was his, and that's what did it for me.
Yeah.
You know, like set him apart and made him my favorite artist from the South. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm a UGK fan. I'm biased. But yeah, you think I wasn't rocking 8 Ball and MJG and all, this our soundtracks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this
Shout out
is
to
our
Ugly
forefather.
Money. He used to be signing 8 Ball MJG.
Exactly. He was just saying that.
Michi.
And that. Yeah, Michi signed the niggas. There's legends everywhere, you know?
I mean, Ken, what about you though?
About
what
Mama
was
West?
It? No, about Pimp. What do you think it was about Pimp that made him so damn legendary?
Well, of course, I did the songs with him. So I was in the studio. So
Yeah.
I would be like, I was nervous just like him, man. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? I said, man, what the fuck I'm gonna say for Pimp C album? And so a lot of people don't know this. The song Two Type of Bitches on the UGK last album. On that song, I said, Pimp, I want you to chop this up, chop that up. He said, I got you, Ken. Don't worry about it, right? We in the studio with Michael. I'm talking about a $15, $20 million studio. So when the album come out, I'm studying and shit.
He ain't chopped up nothing. He kept everything the way it
He kept
is.
it all the time. So at first when I heard it, I was mad. I was like, man, come on, Pimp, man, you can't put me out there like that.
Too late.
But
Too late.
So he said, Kid, so when I called him, I said, man, why you didn't tell? He said, Kid, that bitch jamming, ain't it? I said, yeah, it's jamming. Yeah.
It's jam. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, that nigga was crazy, man. I did so many songs with him.
Yeah.
And I be fucking. If you go back and listen to we did 5 songs. You go listen to all of them UGK. Now listen to the album that me and Bun B did. That shit, Jay Prince now had that shit smooth.
Yeah.
But I'm always ragged on Pimp C songs
Because he gonna leave it out
Because
here.
when he told me, he said, "Kid, you not an artist."
Yeah.
He said, "Niggas ain't expecting you to be able to be like me." He said, "Be raw." You know what I'm saying? Then I was able to, I seen them playing the instruments. I seen all them, I don't even know who them people was. I know some of them was
Live
famous, Bootsy
instrumentation,
Collins, and all them motherfuckers would be in there. He'd be playing and handling the music. And like I said, the difference between Bun and coming there, like when we was in California, Bun would come in there, bam, he'd knock his shit out. Bun was cold. He'd knock his shit out real cool. But Pimp would be in there telling his, hey, do this, take that out, put that there. You know what I'm
He
saying?
got to finish producing that thing.
And before he did, I know you remember this, before he ever did songs, he would be sitting back, he'd be listening to the Isley Brothers, he'd be listening to Maze, he'd be getting his groove. And you know what I'm saying? That's how he I think he had an old soul.
Definitely had
that
also.
was his secret.
The 5, I think it was the 5 discs. I don't know how many discs it was independently. I know Rick James, Frankie Beverly, and Maze. I just named them last night, but I don't know.
OJs, he fucked with OJs.
But the only rap CDs in there
Charlie
they
Wilson.
still had Still Riding Dirty. It was called Still Riding Dirty at the time. It came out right for the double disc. Certified, because we had just finished that. And guess who? Young Jeezy.
Whoa.
That was the 3 rap albums he had in there. The rest of them was Rick James stayed in there. Frankie Beverly and Maze stayed in there. The OJs, Lattimore, and it was one
Charlie
more.
Wilson.
Yeah, Charlie Wilson in there. But that's what was in the. I know what was in the disc changer because it was just I would he'd go to sleep and I'd take his car and be gone for a couple of days. I was a handful.
Could you
bro.
speak to Pimp's relationship with Jeezy, man, being that he was a fan of his music but still was quick to check him at the same time?
Yeah, he loved his music. We all did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I got there, shit, like I say, Pimp always been my favorite rapper, that's my whatever, but at the time, Jeezy was my soundtrack. Yeah, I hadn't met these niggas yet. I wasn't no P, wasn't no nothing. It was straight G.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in the streets getting it, and Jeezy was the soundtrack.
My God.
Yeah, so when I got the
love
Pimp,
Jeezy.
like, and then I understood everything that was going on, and shit, what I'm gonna do? He didn't save me from going to the federal penitentiary. I'm riding with Pimp, like. So that's it. But nah, he loved that dude. It was a misunderstanding. He didn't have Jeezy's direct number. Remember I told you when I called Pimp answered his phone. He was used to that. He wasn't used to all that
Hollywood shit.
Yeah, I gotta call your manager and call his friend and his partner to get to nah, nigga. If I just did something for you, then he thought he had his. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was it.
But
that
you
was
know, I want to speak on that because 17 know what I'm talking about. You know, I was the one that called Slick Puller and tried to get the piece because, you know, you got to remember, you know, I met Jeezy in the streets with BMF. You know what I'm saying? Jeezy had a Lamborghini before he even had a deal. Like niggas, like what's that young rapper say? I was money for the deal. What's his name? Lucci, young. What's his name?
YFN Lucci.
Yeah, so that was Jeezy.
I had
for
money
real.
way before the deal.
That was Jeezy for real, and you know Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? You know, and we all was so crazy, man. Before that shit happened, man. Remember the Get Throw video?
Yeah.
You see me in there? I was in there. So it was me, Jeezy, Bun B, and Zero. So the shit kind of came out of left field. But, you know what I'm saying, what 17 ain't saying is when the shit first came out, it was on his album. So if motherfucker want to hear how...
I don't know why he start. It's like look, we laughing. That's what I mean when I say, we say he a spaz out here, do whatever, but he always had something up here that he was thinking of, that he was 10 steps ahead of you, because I guess the album needed some controversy, and he damn sure gave it to all them interludes. All them interludes. That was not. He didn't do those separate. You know, I say Pimp C speaks. Pimp. No, that he did like Ken did when Ken was like, okay, chop it up. No, he did all that in one take, just talking, and then A went in and put little pieces before songs and shit. But that's where he was, coming at. Atlanta and ain't no 17.5 and this and that and this on my shit, on my album.
It was right before the album.
Yeah, with True Story. Yeah.
Right before the album. I turn on the radio, everybody tell me, well, and I said, man, what is this? Because you got to remember, we all was banking on Pimp C. Because all of us was riding with Pimp. Yeah. So we was hoping, because, Pimp do well, then the Best of Both Worlds do well.
Exactly.
Then,
everything do well.
We had to deal with Universal for $3 million, you know what I'm saying? Rick Martin hooked that up. So, we was looking like we wanted Pimp to do well. So when he did the thing, my heart just said, I said, no, Pimp. You know what I'm saying?
I'm out here when he do it.
Yeah.
I'm in the studio out here. I had just left him. He told me, man, I'm gonna do an interview, whatever. But he was calm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Next day, I'm in the studio. I'm at Hot Beats.
Yeah.
Studio. It's coming over the whole damn
sound.
Yeah,
system.
it's in the front. When you walk in, and now they playing it in the back. Ain't nobody even recording no more. All you hear is Pimp on the radio going off. I'm in there with a big ass UGK piece on, a big ass UGK record shirt on. It's common sense who I'm with.
Yeah.
I'm in a room. I'm in a building full of Atlanta niggas, Atlanta artists. I ain't gonna say no names.
Yeah.
And everybody feels some kind of way.
But you know what?
Pimp called me and said, "Hey man," as soon as he got done with the interview, "Hey man, you still at the studio?" I said, "Yeah." That nigga said, if anybody say anything to you, tell them niggas, fuck Pimp C, I'm beefing with him right now. I don't give a fuck what he talking about. I said, man, I'm not saying that shit. But what he was trying to do was say, man, whatever it take, get your ass up out of there. I said, what you do it for? You knew I was here. But he'll tell you.
But see, I called Frank Ski, I called Greg Street, I called Ryan Cameron. All them brothers, man, that was popping the DJs. I said, look, man, it ain't no plex, it ain't no beef. I called Slick Puller. I talked to Julia. We was trying to, because the ozone thing, and Pimp was supposed to go to ozone. Them CTE niggas, man, they was in that motherfucker deep. So I'm in that motherfucker, I'm feeling like 17. I'm like, man, I got nothing to do with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, I was solo dolo, man. And that shit, hey, man, the shit, it was like a fucking whirlwind behind. This shit was so crazy. It was crazy on so many levels. And then, people say, was bomb this, it was bomb that. I always take Bond's side from the perspective of this. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got a record out and the record is fit to be sold worldwide, and to have that type of controversy, you don't want to stir up Jeezy fans. You don't want to stir up Ludacris fans. You don't want to stir up ATL, because those are potential customer base.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so that's the part that me and Pimp talked about, and then so at that point I tried to do damage control. And then Pimp said he ain't gonna do it no more. And then he said, Mr. Potato Head.
Mr. Potato Head.
So I'm like, oh my God,
Just go listen to Certified. Listen to the, bro, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, that shit crazy. Cause he, like he said, Pimp would say he ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
And said he give him a little buzz. It's over.
It's over.
What were the folks at CTE and BMF saying when you was trying to smooth it over though?
Well, Slick Puller was like, we was on the phone. This is the story I tell. We at the studio, the little apartment, the little condo on Westheimer. So I'm talking to Slick Pillar, and Pimp C got his ear by the door. I open the door, Pimp C head down. He jumps up. I said, Pimp, I ain't the one.
He making sure Ken, but he love Ken.
Yeah.
But this is when he on one and he thinking like everybody coming at me.
Yeah.
Oh, he looking. He
wants you with him.
Yeah.
Something like how 50 Cent is. When 50 Cent first came out, he told the story. He said
he loved 50 too.
He said when I seen Jadakiss and Joe and all them supporting Ja Rule on New York song, he said, I assumed that them niggas was coming at me. And Pimp, any street nigga, any nigga that's thorough, that's how they think. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an old saying in the streets. His friend, if he a friend of him and he my enemy, then his enemy is my friend type shit, right?
Yeah.
And that's just how Pimp was. But at the end of the day, man, the dude he was a comedian, man.
Really?
Because you know what?
Yeah.
He really didn't mean the shit. He just
He
mean it at the
didn't, B.
time it happened, and then because we be riding in the Bentley on our way to Port Arthur coming from Texas, and they be like, man, I love that nigga Jeezy, that nigga jam,
Bro,
man.
we at the concert looking at
polo
Jeezy.
type shit, man.
Dancing like Pimp is looking at him, and we all singing this. I'm right here, Pimp wife, Bun wife, Jay, and I think Jay had his wife with him. Like we looking at him, and like. Pimp is smiling, and we rapping his lyrics to him. Jeezy looking up, 17.5, yeah, nigga, I said it. 17.5, yeah, nigga, I meant it. Pimp start laughing. Pimp looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't...
No beef.
Yeah, we just showing you, nigga, we in this bitch.
So how the hell did they finally get clarity in that situation, though?
It wasn't no...
I think Jeezy said something about he rock with Pimp, and I ain't got no problem with dude. Yeah. But before Pimp died, Pimp was like, I know for a fact, you know what I'm saying? Any motherfucker should know that I know that Pimp didn't have no problem with Jeezy. It was like, the problem was that somebody sent the invoice.
$60,000.
The invoice was $60,000, okay? It was from the record label. Pimp C and Too Short and MC Bree, all them niggas, they do songs out of love.
Yeah.
Every time.
Or favor for a favor.
A favor for a favor.
Yeah.
Anytime Too Short called me to do something, it was never a price. The only nigga that made me take money was E4 and the nigga 50 Cent. They made me take money.
Yeah.
50 Cent was like, no, come to the PIMP video. The nigga E40, what's your bank? I said, man, I ain't got no bank, man. I got child support.
Ain't got none of that, man.
Bank, no. So he sent me a check. You know what I'm saying? Earl Stevens. You know what I'm saying? So that was the only nigga that moved like that. You know what I mean? And I kept saying, no, 40, I don't want no money. You did a lot of shit for me. So that's how we, that crew, I come up under that crew. I was the end of that crew. You know what I'm saying? They already been famous. I come in, and that's how we all did business. Lil Jon, you know what I'm saying? Ken, I need this. Lil Jon, I need you to get on my nigga Paper Chase album. He got on Paper Chase album. You know what I'm saying? No, not Paper Chase, my nigga Cash Ball. You know what I'm saying? He got on Cash Ball album. It was always a favor for a favor. What's the brothers, Stump, what they name? Sean Paul.
Young
Blood. You know what
Young
I'm saying? They call me do a video. They come, they do stuff for me. That's how we did it. So that's how Pimp was in the mindset, okay, woo. You know what I'm saying? They do that. Nelly, he called me to do the Hide in Here video. You know what I'm saying? I did the Hide in Here video. I said, I need you for the Ghetto Streetization. He got in my movie for free. That's how the game was. You know what I'm saying? Me and Puffy, same thing. Puffy flew me in to, what's that hotel over there by the Buckhead. He flew me in. He wanted me to do his party. You know what I'm saying? I came, I flew, and I did the party. And then, you know what I'm saying? He did my movie. Loon. He came, Puffy sent him down to Milwaukee to do the party with all Bun B. Tell you, it was Bun B, David Banner, Loom, Lil Duval, all of them came to my party. That's how we got down. So that's how we all think. You know what I'm saying? It was not like Pimp C thought that, Jeezy was a hoe ass nigga, because Jeezy's not a hoe ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Jeezy nowhere near a hoe ass nigga, or Jeezy was actually lying. It was just that
it was that he got an invoice, bro.
And that made him say, 17.5, nigga.
Yeah.
When you get about 10 of them right now.
Yeah.
And you know the crazy
and
thing?
down the toilet, nigga, we on it was an invoice.
Hey, this was so crazy. So you gotta remember, I know Jeezy now. You know what I'm saying? I know niggas don't play right. You know what I'm saying? I'm in motherfucking Atlanta at this time. They used to call me the mayor of this motherfucker. All the motherfuckers. I'm talking about Mike Childs. All the niggas fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Magic. Them niggas love me. Love me. All ATL loved me back then and still do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking out for my own ass, but I'm in the motherfucking, I'm in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Same thing happened. He dissed Jeezy on his album. So I'm in Fort Smith. There's 100 cameras there, and Pimp C said, "Fuck that 17.5." It's on the internet right now. So I'm on stage. I'm trying to back up out of motherfucker. I'm like, I gotta do this shit.
You gotta watch that footage. Look, Ken talking the whole time until Pimp say that. Then you see Ken just kind of back up like,
man, cause
I ain't say that part right there, but I'm with him.
Because I fuck with Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's just like with Ugly Money was asking me about Master P. I couldn't say nothing about Master P because I was negotiating Master P book deal with him and James from Rap Snack. So I fuck with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So I got to be real cool. But you know, Pimp, he a live wire. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got to remember, this man, you know what I'm saying? We had a deal for $3 million.
Yeah.
So I still got to ride with him.
Yeah.
So I took him to Milwaukee, right? You know, my brother, you know, I ain't gonna say his name because, you know, I don't want to, but he controlled the East Side Gangsters up there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we talking about Pimp. So Pimp said, and y'all better not fuck with me. I got woo, the East Side Gangsters.
Don't
you know
let him know he got backup. Don't.
That nigga, man, he put us all in that shit.
Oh, yeah.
And so my niggas from Milwaukee was like, yeah, he do got us. Yeah, what the problem, man? You know, they ready to go. Like, yeah, we rocking with Pimp. He said East Side Gangsters. You know what I'm saying? So it was that kind of shit.
And it was literally everywhere he would go
Yeah.
while that was happening. You know, he could rile up everybody to ride with him. Like, it was just something about him.
Yeah.
So that's why he had to do a lot of, you know, damage control. Everybody was doing damage control,
I called
man.
Fame Street Grad. They call them niggas to tell you, man. I call them niggas. These are my niggas. I call like, man, woo, it ain't this. And
But
this
it wasn't
and
it was no, like, what would you it was no harm.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No
like,
harm, no foul.
Nah, it was no threat like physical. People need to be worried about nothing.
Yeah.
Nah.
And it was more than one $60,000 invoice. A lot of record labels sent them invoice, but you got to remember, Pimp C did 4 years in the prison. Mm-hmm. You know, Jeezy now getting real money.
Yeah.
You know, Puffy and Def Jam was trying to say, and Jeezy, them niggas was getting real money. You know what I'm saying? So them niggas, you know, it was a different game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Pimp C, he just had to get acclimated to the new ways of things. Unfortunately, he died before he was able to get, you know, figure out how the system worked. Because, you know, I mean,
he was getting it though. He was figuring it.
Even with that, they talked about this at the funeral. I was talking about this on Ugly Money. They were saying something about, you know, they want him to do the PIMP video.
Yeah.
Pimp C.
Big Pimpin'?
Big Pimpin'.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Big Pimpin' video. So, Pimp would do the video until they buy him a Benz.
Yeah.
You know, that's the type that's the type of situation. But you know, he had a little thing with New York. You know, I guess he kind of went through the same thing that Andre 3000 with. So his thing with the New York niggas was, you know, he told me, this is what he told me. He said, Ken, why they think they own hip hop? We jamming in the South too, country rap tunes. This was we used to have this conversation all the time. Yeah. And I used to be like, Pimp, them niggas is jamming. I love Raquel, man. I ain't no joke, you know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, kid, you is right. And another funny story.
But he loves certain ones though. It's Pimp. Pimp would.
He loves
Pimp would. Ken will tell you, Pimp would listen to something, and it might be or it might not be about the South.
Yeah.
But in Pimp here, that's about the South. They talking about the South.
But that nigga didn't like nobody that did Tupac didn't like.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
like,
Pac didn't like him. He ain't,
Too short to tell you that.
Yeah.
He said, Kid, I don't fuck with that bitch ass nigga. Tupac don't like that nigga. That's
exactly.
the type. I mean, he loved Tupac. He was, you know.
Answer me this though, Ken. I mean, we got the documentary coming up, sir. Y'all working on this thing as we speak.
Yeah, that's one with the band Kalo in, man.
Kalo, what's happening? What's going on here?
Man, here to put. Bring in them country tunes, man. We're finna put it down for Pimp, man.
Exactly.
Definitely. We're gonna take everything that we can and, you know, put some good tunes.
We leaving the studio right after we leave here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So what
the documentary basically, we the best of both worlds kind of remade, and basically, you know what I'm saying. We wanted to, you know, kind of get people a side of the story that's true. You know, 17, my side. You know, people like yourself. You know, other people that you know that really you know like Pimp C.
Yeah,
and
that
so,
love
you know,
him.
So you know, it's just basically a different version of the best of both worlds, but a little bit amplified. You know, and you know, we wanted to bring 17 in because 17. You know, everybody
Cause
knows.
Ken messing with me, man. I be at the house. I don't know what to do without.
Same
I don't
thing,
know what
yeah.
to do without Pimp, bro. I don't front. I don't do none of that. You feel
And we
me?
bringing them under the hip hop fraternity band.
Yeah.
So 17 was watching hip hop fraternity
Yeah,
from a distance, and he called me and said, "Bro, man, I like what y'all doing over there at the hip hop fraternity."
Bro, he
You know
got
what I'm saying?
half of Mississippi with him, bro.
Yeah.
We was at a meeting last night. I seen more Mississippi niggas in there than I seen in Mississippi before I left.
My
I'm not
God.
bullshitting. He
And
got
they from
Yeah,
ops. They would be
different part.
considered ops. So we
Yeah.
Murder Man that was there. Baby Mob. Baby Mob. One ride under 6, one ride under the 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they all coexist. And he was saying, man,
Yeah.
I'm fucking with hip hop fraternity because I ain't never seen nothing like this,
I
man.
did.
These niggas do not get along like that in
They
Mississippi.
don't.
He said this would have been. He said, man, it would have been a shoot off by at the end of the night. I said, well, bro, you know what I'm saying? This we practice love, peace, and respect here at the hip hop fraternity.
And
you know
they
what I'm
ain't
saying?
say
And
nothing about none of that.
one commonality we all have is hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why I call it hip hop fraternity. And we all fraternity. We all part of the brotherhood, the sisterhood. So, I just want to, but it was just Mississippi. It was Ohio niggas.
Oh,
St.
yeah,
Louis,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
Chicago. It was a bunch of niggas in there.
But it was
And
85%
we had,
Mississippi. I don't care what.
Yeah.
Mississippi's
Mississippi
in that
deep.
bitch. Last
But,
night.
we had
last
the Bloods in there. We had the Crips. We got brothers from the BMF
Yeah.
to come support us. We got producers. We got A&Rs, DJ. And my whole thing is we as black folks, we tried everything, but we ain't never tried unity.
Come on
you know
now,
what I'm saying?
man.
So
Yeah.
that's what I want to. I want to see. I want to see how that worked for us. If you look at some of our brothers in the other ethnic groups, you know what I'm saying? Like Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, all these brothers are from the Jewish persuasion, and they practice they under Judaism. You look at Rothschilds, they Jews. You look at the people that own Google, they Jews. You look at all these people, and they came from the ghettos just like we came from. They did well for themselves. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they unified. There ain't but 9 million Jews in this country, but out of 9 million Jews, they own a significant amount of wealth. Look at the Rothschild. Look at Bill Gates. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
his CEO is a Jew. Basil just stepped down. His guy is a Jew. You know what I'm saying? One of my best friends, the guy that do puppets with me, he's a Jew. So these people, they stick together. And one thing they do is they divide the money amongst themselves. So if we come together, the Jews had an atrocity. They had the Holocaust. We had the transatlantic Holocaust. We went through suffering too as a black folk. We lost 200 million in the transatlantic
slave trade.
So when
yeah.
you think about that, brother, Beehive, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you think about that, brother Beehive, you got to think about if we came together like other ethnic groups. Look at the Mexicans. They do it well for themselves.
for
The
real.
Arabs, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and you always look at it says this Jewish family, this Arab family, this a Latino family. You know what I'm saying? We need to have a African American family, and that family is hip hop fraternity. You know what I'm saying? And once we can, disperse this money amongst ourselves and we support each other, just like Ugly Money, you and I finna do him and I finna do a interview.
That's
y'all
gonna be the
both,
shit,
Y'all
too.
both got 100,000 plaques from
Yeah, I ain't
from
got
YouTube.
one of them. I
You know
want
what I'm
some
saying?
plaque Beehive
So
needs, man.
why not y'all come together?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know?
Real.
This is my question, though, fellas. When Pimp C passed, how the hell did that affect both of y'all when y'all got the news, man?
You want to go first? I'll go first. Well, what happened was I was in Atlanta, and I just bought these 2 properties, and me and Paper Chase was together. So, he was helping me. We was getting some Mexican brothers, to help us do some carpentry work. And so somebody called me, and when they called me, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I got on the internet, and that's when the internet was just started popping, and the shit it went viral. And so I called Rick, I called, tried to call his wife, I called everybody, and Rick, he was the most, he was the most liable source. He said,
was
Ken,
answering everybody
Ken is
called,
dead.
too. Yeah.
He said, Ken, I got the computer. He said, I ain't giving this computer to nobody but Shannara. You know what I'm saying? I said, yeah, man, you might want to, give it to his wife, because they married, she's the rightful owner that, if he was in a coma, she's the only one who can pull a cord. So, that should be, from a financial perspective too. And so, man, you know what I'm saying, I didn't cry, like most people cry. I went, like him, I went into a depression. So I started gambling. I lost like probably, anybody tell you I lost at least $1 million. That's how bad I was gambling. I be in the casino, no shave and nothing. I'm a fresh nigga, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in there and I'm gambling and I got chips stacked like this and everybody like, what the fuck is going on? So this happened from the time he died for about a year. Then after a year, one of my partners, I started drinking a little white Zinfandel. I don't drink, but I started drinking again. So I started drinking a little white Zinfandel. So I was talking to my partner Napoleon out of Minnesota, and he was like, man, what the fuck? He said, dude, why you talking like that? You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? And this is a nigga that respected me, right? And then this one chick, you know what I'm saying, that I knew, she came, walked past me, and she's like, Pimpin' Ken, is that you?
Like you wasn't yourself.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, that was embarrassing. So that was two incidents that embarrassed me, and I think I was in, I flew down to Miami, and I was at the casino, and I was gambling, and Allen Iris was in there, and I walked past, I had a beard and shit looking crazy and shit, you know what I'm saying? Allen Iris looking at me like that, like, nigga, fuck happened to you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I gotta get my shit together. You know what I'm saying? I said, too many motherfuckers. And then I realized that I wasn't myself. So I got back getting sharp again. That's when I had the big ass rings made. I said, yeah, I'm coming back. Like John Ross, I'm coming back. So I started feeling myself again. Then these niggas, you know what I'm saying? I got back on the internet. These niggas tried to clown me on the internet, you know what I'm saying? Then that's what really made me get my mind together. You know what I'm saying? Because I was listening to my pastor, T.D. Jakes. I used to go to T.D. Jakes' church, right, in Dallas. So I'm listening to my pastor, and he said, before you go through something, he said, you're going to have, he was like describing me, it's like he was speaking, he said, you're going to have problems. Your friends going to turn on you. You know what I'm saying? Things going to happen. Yada, yada, yada. He preaching like a motherfucker. And I said, damn. And I looked in my rear view, I looked at him, and I said, damn, man. I said, because I was listening to him on the radio thing, whatever the thing, the YouTube. I said, damn, this nigga telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to call you a nigga T.D. Jakes, but I said, this man telling the truth. And then that's when, you know what I'm saying, I just started cleaning up everything. I got myself together, and I said, man, I'm going to do this for you, Pimp. Yeah. So I was telling him the Super Bowl. Remember it was in Houston? So I went to the Super Bowl. I didn't want to go to Houston. I stayed away from Houston for years. So I went to Houston, and I was pulling up. And as soon as I got in, man, I swear to God, God be my witness, Pimp C came on. What is the odds of that? I'm an hour before I get to Houston, it came on. Then when I got in Houston, after I was in Houston for 3 hours, I came in. So I had my DVDs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I sold $10,000 for DVDs at the Super Bowl. I had 5 boxes. That's $10,000. Bam. You understand me? And I just raised up. I said, thank you, Pimp. That's the first time I shared a tear. I said, my nigga, you got me. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell 17, I said, man, Pimp want us to do well. You know what I'm saying? He don't want us to do bad. You know what I'm saying? And every time I do something, man, I think about Pimp C, because Pimp C, he was like, Ken, I like it. He's always encouraged me, man, you fly, man. You ain't like the rest of them niggas, man. Ken, you know what I'm saying? Woo, 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 woo. You know,
he make you feel better about yourself.
Like even when the man went to my house, he said, Ken, you a fly nigga. He said, so he, he got him a mention too. So he went fix his shit up. So I went over his house and he called me to report out there, Shannara was there, his wife was verified. He like, yeah, man, I did this, Ken, I did this. He's talking about how he fixed the house up. You know what I'm saying? So, it was like he was my encouragement. And, when he was down bad, like I told you, I was a nigga that was there visiting him in jail, sending him letters and stuff like that. So, it kind of, first it all hurted me, but it brought me back full circle. It was the worst thing that happened to me, but the best thing that happened to me. Now we do everything for Pimp. Because all this shit about the internet, because you got to remember, www.pimpken.net, sell the bitch, push to a drip job way. That was Pimp C in my ear. Ken, go viral, get 2 short songs, www.pimpken.com. I mean, that was on Jermaine Dupri. I got that for Pimp. And if you remember when me and him was together, he'd be like, yeah, man, Pimp Ken said all this shit going to the web.
Ken said it.
Yeah.
Ken said it. Yeah, you know.
17, how did it impact you, man?
I don't like he and Ken talk about is fucking me up because he was able to like bounce back from it.
Yeah.
Like, actually pull himself out of it and like, I'm tripping. Wasn't quite like that for me. Like, it's like, bro, Mississippi for one, I ain't saying nowhere else ain't hard, but it's hard to come up out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's hard. So I finally get up out that bitch, and you know what I'm saying? I get with him, and this everything I ever dreamed of plus some.
Yeah.
I'm doing shit I never thought like, but it had became normal because this like my big brother. Like, and then I wasn't even thinking about the distribution deal and all that for UGK Records. I ain't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I was he called me from the studio with DJ Paul and them like, hey, DJ Paul want to talk to you. I'm in here with him and Juice or whatever. I could hear Certified playing in the background. This was like the night he was in there with Paul, right before he passed. And he got mad at me. He got mad at me because it was like 4 a.m. in Houston. It was like 2 in L.A. and I was asleep. And I was like, man, call me tomorrow. I'm out here working for you and you gonna act like you. But I was already where I wanted to be. I'm with you. So, I mean, tell them niggas salute, but but then when he goes away,
damn.
You see what I'm saying? You go from like, all right, everything finally gonna be okay.
Yeah.
To it's gone, homie. And then it's politics that come with it that I didn't understand. I was in my 20s, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm bucking towards everybody, like just like Pimp would do.
Yeah.
But it like I couldn't come back from it. I still ain't all the way back. Like I don't, and then Mama West, like that's real like my family. Like my mama and his mama was like this. My daughter called him Uncle Chad.
Just like brothers.
Like for real. And then Christian, I watched that little baby. Christian was that's his daughter.
Yeah.
When I was living there. And then Chatty Boo had to give me his room.
Yeah.
That's his oldest. It's family. And then Mama West and Corey and Pops came and was like, literally, I got a big house in Houston after he passed. And they would come and stay with me and only go back to Port Arthur to feed Ed, get a dog, and get a change of clothes and come back. Like they were staying with me and my mama and them would come there. She like my mom would tell her, you can borrow him, like, cause that was her only child.
Yeah.
So it's a little, that's why it'd be a little tougher for me. But I admire like that. Like I be looking like, come on man, pick yourself back up, like whatever. But shit, it kept hurting. It wasn't just Pimp. It was Pimp and Mama West. And Pops just died.
His mama died on Pimp.
Then my mama passed away. Pimp birthday is December 29th. My mama passed away on December 29th, 2017.
And his name's 17.
And my name's 17.
Now.
And the album that came out there, I had an album release party that night. I had an album coming out that day. I ain't go to the party, of course. The album still came out. Pimp named that album. It was 2017. He named it in 2007. And it's out, but I couldn't run behind it. I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like everybody just like, damn, everybody gonna die?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little different, you know what I'm saying? But I look at what he doing. I ain't one of them, man. If I need help, I'm like, hey, man, I need some guidance. I need some guidance. I need what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? But you can't ask everybody that. It's only a few that's in this, well, from what I seen, that I can really talk to and know, nah, this my partner. This ain't just no podcast shit or no record company shit or no music shit. Like, that shit get tiresome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When everybody you talking to is just business shit.
Yeah.
Like you ain't human. Man, shit.
But one thing I want to say, he made me reflect. Man, I ain't gonna lie, and my mama, I shouldn't say my mama gonna think crazy. I thought God had forsaken me.
Me too.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because, man, I had a daycare, right?
Yeah.
That motherfucker was making millions. Some crazy shit happened with my people's sister. Mm-hmm. We lost all them motherfuckers. I said, damn. And then, some other shit happened, and, we had the deal, and that happened. Then my man, D-Shay Jones, he went to prison. I was like, man, then Pimp C died. I was like, man, it's just too much shit was going on.
Yeah.
And I think, I was kind of starting to doubt, God, but then, like I said, my pastor said, when God really for you, you know what I'm saying? he had to go through it first. You know, you have a major fall through before you have a major breakthrough.
Yeah.
So that was the experience that I had, you know, with the Pimp C thing. I was first thinking like, man, you know, how can you lose how can you lose $1 million? I was gonna get $1 million, D was gonna get $1 million, Pimp was gonna get $1 million. Pimp
And they on the phone. Don't knock me out my $1 million now, P. They all on the phone like that talking about $1 million like it's $10.
Cause see, Pimp C a weird dude in a good way, right? You know, why would you give me $1 million? That's what I was thinking. Why would you give me $1 million? And D actually paid for all the stuff.
Yeah.
All I did was, see, a lot of people didn't know, you know, like Mama West, he talking about Mama West. You know, a lot of them 12 5s, them 2 5s, you know what I'm saying? I sent a lot of that to Mama too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was Pimp C manager by default.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could put Bankroll will tell you that, Ivy P, D will tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, D put a lot of money up for Pimp C, right?
Yeah.
A lot of money. And, you know, I was able to broker that, right? So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I'm thinking like, you know, man, what the hell is going on? It was just so much crazy stuff, man. You know, like I said, you know, but you know, I love the Lord, man, and and I love Allah too. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a Moorish American, still a Moorish. I'm always a Moorish American, but you know, I like to listen to good preachers. You know, so T.D. Jakes, I listen to Farrakhan, I listen to T.D. Jakes, I listen to Joe Osteen. You know, I listen to a lot of wise people. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I know that any preacher will tell you. You know what I'm saying, that you're going to have a major fall through before you have a major breakthrough. And God will make your enemies your footstool. So when these young people talk about they stepping on people, that's what God allowing you to step on them because he made your enemy. And then it says in the book of Psalms, he said, I will prepare a table before your enemies. That means that God going to let you eat while your enemies watch.
That's right.
And that's what's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? But before that, I had to, you know, remember Job. In the Bible, he said, have you considered my servant Job? So Job lost everything. But Job was God's favorite. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
David went through a lot. He said, he said, David's a man after my own heart. So, you know, I read the Bible, I read a lot of that stuff because a lot of people, when they look at the Bible, bro, they just look at it as biblical or historical, but it's also allegorical. It's also symbolic. Yeah. So I look at the symbolism, and the Masons, they know that. They look at the Bible, you know, just like the brother David Whitehead, he was talking about, he said, I was a Mason for 32 years. Yeah. They was talking about us. Yeah. We are hiring a Biff. You know what I'm saying? We are the widow's son. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we've been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And we done came through a lot. So I appreciate religion. You know, everybody know I'm a follower of Noble Drew Ali. I love Noble Drew Ali. But that one time, you know, I thought God had forsaken me.
I know that feeling, yeah. I picture that times like, start with Pimp and then go like times 4 or 5 or something like that. So you'll really be like, damn, you know. Yeah. It just get a little rough. Take some people longer, take some people. I'm just learning that though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and really, like, bro, once you get older, you can start looking back at shit like, damn, I said that, I did that. Mm-hmm. But you really you react. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you hurt or you mad or you whatever, and you don't know how to. You know what I'm saying? It ain't till you get older where you go, man, I ain't doing all that damn hollering and all that fussing. And, you know what I'm saying? But when you younger and you hurting.
We was having a discussion, right? You know, and I know about the Bun B issue, right? So he was telling me, I said 17, you know, what was the problem? He said, Ken, I was young. He said, I heard Mama West side. Yeah.
Well, first Pimp side,
Pimp side and Mama West, but I never heard Bum side.
Yeah.
And I said, you know, man, that's maybe something that we need to do. We need to just sit down with Bun and hear Bun's side.
But he don't owe me that though. Like anytime, everything me and Bun had to do was, and it's really fucked up because we had to come together and do stuff for Pimp after Pimp was gone, and we made sure we got done what we had to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And Bun, you know, we stayed right around the corner from each other. It's not with everybody. It's just, you know, when everything going on and everything going wrong, and this one then passed away, and the politics of the game, and they saying, well, they ain't gonna let UGK Records do this because of this and blah, blah, blah. You don't know what the hell. I'm just, what? Like, you know, you gonna spare, well, maybe not you, but, you know, and it just, I'm older now where I hear, you'll see stuff on the internet and I'll be like, I don't know them. They don't know me. You know what I'm saying? But they talking about me like they know me. Well, now, yeah, I know, we know each other, but I never asked them, like, bro, what was this about? Like, even when we was, cool and talking, doing stuff together, the videos and the photo shoots, I didn't ask. I just show up, do whatever, go. I'm depressed, Pimp gone. I'm just, I don't know his side. I don't know his story. I don't know. All I know is Pimp was my big bro. Mama West was my whatever. So all I know is that side. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got, what we're saying is 3 sides to everything.
That's right.
So I'm older now.
Yeah.
But when you young and you losing everybody, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna say. Shit, they ain't like I just said, whatever about him. I was spaz on everybody. I ain't give a shit.
Yeah.
You talk about Pimp being whatever. Well, damn, I live. What you think? I'm spazzing just like him, but I'm not Pimp C though. So when I do it, it's whatever.
Nobody want to hear that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's the goddamn
yeah.
truth. Now blackball him, you know what I'm saying? But it just, you got to get older and grow.
Like Ugly Money say, you got to hit that Cash Money, that Kanye button.
Yeah. You need that Kanye button. Y'all got to talk about that. Get your Kanye button. That's a good out for your interview.
Exactly.
When somebody want to answer something, yeah, that's a good thing.
Well, fellas, as always, man, I appreciate all y'all's time in this thing and documentaries. What we got coming up? What the hell folks need to know around this thing?
Okay, so we everybody know we got the distribution deal. So we're gonna have the making of autobiography. We got the Boosie edition. We got Rick Ross. We got my man Ice-T. We got
Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow. We working on his book with
Kevin
Lake. We working on Kevin Gates' book. We got the Derek Century looking into writing that for him. We looking to work with my man DC Young Fly. We looking to work with Carlos Miller. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of books.
I got to go see Los. We gonna have that whole Mississippi shit.
And we got the distribution deal, so we're gonna be distributing through that. We got the HHF Radio, hhfradio.com, hhfmagazine.com. All that's coming. I got the podcast that I'm doing for the streets. It's called A View from the Game. Where I only interview street people. Niggas is pimps, hoes, hookers, killers, whatever. I'm interviewing. We just, that's just that's my way of contributing to the podcast game. I want to interview street niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Motherfuckers that I fuck with every day. That's really about that life. You know what I'm saying? And then we got my man, 17, we working on his project. He's coming over to the HHF Hip Hop Fraternity. He's one of our mega stars, and he's gonna be working with our CEO from Mississippi, Hip Hop Fraternity, my man Kalo, excuse me. And they're gonna kind of redo some stuff. We want to do a 50th anniversary dedication to Pimp C country rap tunes. We're doing a documentary remake, the best of both worlds, featuring you, 17, everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Like
a lot of people that
like do a pimpulation for him, DVD wise, everything. Like he deserved that.
That's right.
That's the type of shit we just be want to see. You always
We can't call it pimpulation though, because
I know.
Jay Prince.
I'm just saying,
Y'all want to get that phone call.
Yeah. Let's get that right.
Who?
Yeah.
I remember. Hey, real story. Me and Pimp was riding. And Pimp said, and me and Ken gonna do a pimpulation. I said, hey man, I ain't got nothing to do with that, man. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Jay, I got nothing to do with that.
It was about 2:00 in the morning. I know Jay probably was tired, but he said.
But one thing it too, bro. Regardless of what they say about senior, I'm talking about senior. I don't have nothing to do with junior, none of that. Man, that dude is one of the most laid back. Like he funny too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the way him and Mama West used to, boy, that little lady was somebody that you just couldn't. Can I tell you? She didn't care who you was. So Jay respected that, and it was a funny dynamic to watch. But Jay always been. I think people think he be putting on, like being so cool and mild mannered. No, that's really how he is. Yeah. Jay voice don't really raise above this tone right here. You know what I'm saying?
The first time I met Jay Prince, met him. So we go down to the boxing gym. I think it was the 4th Ward. So we go down there, and he pulled up in one of them Benzes, them
Maybach?
No, the trucks.
Oh, the G-Wagon?
He pulled up in the G-Wagon, right? This nigga come out like a cowboy. They got a pistol right here. And he had 2 pistols. He had one. And they was like chrome, man. And so, you know, I got a chance to meet the little boy before he was Junior. Was it Jay Prince Jr.?
Yeah.
I met him when he was a baby. And Jay Prince used to do that. Little dog be boxing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean... You know, man, you know, I got a chance to meet them brothers, man, in different stages. And there was another brother before Pimp C. I can't remember his name. He used to raise dogs. But him and Jay Prince was really cool. And so he took me over there. No, I can't remember, man. It won't come, but he took me over, you know, to meet Jay Prince a couple of times too. And, so I mean... You know, it was crazy. I remember one time we had to have a meeting up in the
You went to the compound?
Yeah, I've been there.
Did you get on that elevator and go downstairs?
Nah, we went upstairs. I talked to
You
Jazz.
laughing. No, listen, B, I promise. You go in the shit, and you can't see nothing because it's like, when I was going, this green thing around this big-ass high gate. Gate opened up. You don't know how the hell that happened. And then like 4
they
people.
got number Rolls Royces and shit.
Yeah,
back
you
there.
just,
Man,
it's
they
all
got
kind of,
about
they got
100
a million fucking cars, bro. So they come out, they come get your bags. Yeah, I got a gun in my bag. I'm coming from the airport. They sent the car to come get me. I'm there. Take my gun, do whatever. We go in the building, and I'm thinking, you know, we get in the elevator. So we on the ground floor. Where would you think you going? Yeah.
You're going down.
The nigga hit down. I said, I'm finna die. Nah, I'm just bullshit. Nah, we went down, and then you go, and it's like concrete, and then you go in there, and it's this big ass grand steel. It's some Jay Prince shit.
So I'm meeting with Jay Prince now. I had a meeting with Jay Prince, and Jay Prince, he's so cold, right? He had all his kids and his wife all up at the table. Whoever, you know, I guess Red was there.
Red boy, probably
all of them there. And Jay Prince was talking to us through like a wall or a speaker. So I said, this nigga's like some mafia shit for real. Hey, we had to talk to him through a wall.
This early, you know what I'm saying? This ain't now. System. Yeah, you would expect that now.
It's about 09 or something. It was
just where you wouldn't expect.
Though, man. It was like Lil Jazz was there, and I don't think Junior was around, but it was Red and all of them. And we talking, I don't know if he was in a TV or on the income, but I know we wasn't talking. We was talking.
He wasn't
to him,
in the room.
But he wasn't in the room.
Yeah.
But for son told me, he said, that nigga probably in the room.
He looking at us, wherever he at.
I said, Jay got to be in this motherfucker somewhere close, right?
My God.
And everything is still like that.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I appreciate y'all coming through this thing.
Oh, yes, sir.
We gonna chop it up again. As always. Hey.
I made it, man. I don't want to hear nothing.
No, nigga, you supposed to be here about 5 years
I know
ago.
it, but I'm here. I got problem. I don't like leaving the house. Ken making shit happen, though.
I mean, Ken gonna make it shake. Be High Radio, shout it. Holla at y'all in a minute, man.
Yeah.
We gone.